All right, so I didn't ever think I was going to do another one of these videos, to be honest with y'all, but because I felt like um, I got spots on my glasses, damn, reaching and just being overbearing, and I just was tired of that. I wasn't going to do it no more. That's what pretty much accepted. But after my conversation with you this morning, I realized that hey, there's some things I didn't touch on, and I need to touch on this. And I never thought about touching on it or that. Well, y'all old enough now, so it wouldn't have been it wasn't needed before now. But Ronnie said that was good to hear that. So let me expound on this thing. So y'all need to know since this everything so doesn't end up it just like this like it's a bunch of broken pieces. What we want to try to do is try to get it like that. Take the broken pieces and put them into something, okay? Because we're still a family, see, and we'll always be family, and it don't have to be a pile of rocks, okay? So and it's not doing damage control. I'm tell you the truth, and I'm gonna tell you from the beginning, like I said when I was on the phone. When I first met your mother, I thought she was cute. This is a girl, that kind of thing. And, we met, eye contact, so on and so forth. So you had that one moment of, woo, right? But because of where I was in life and what I had gone through already, what I had done, and I was in college and I was busy, and you can understand now because you're in college, you got priorities. So you just can't just jump at everything that you see. You see cute people all the time, So don't mean it's because you see somebody cute, you're just going to go out there and add them to your list. And that wasn't the case. So there was nothing wrong with her. I just didn't have my sled was fueled. I was busy and I had no room. So anyway, skip forward. Here comes Ayana, right? So, things happen and there became a possibility for me to have a child. Here comes Ayana. Damn. And so that thing happened. So it didn't change the fact that I felt the way I felt. But life, responsibility came and I had to be responsible. Being a mature person, I did a responsible thing. But my point of it is that it wasn't like I was whoo and had to have her. That wasn't how it started for me. Now, when you hear me say that, y'all always you start thinking negative. It's not. That's nothing negative. That's just real life. Okay. So most people, that's not enough for them to change their life or get together with somebody. But because of my family values, that was enough. I had to do what I had to do. At least that's how I felt, and that's what I did. So, and it had been a wise tale had been said to me was that if you do this, love will come in time. Basically, without having to go and explain all that stuff to you, I could tell you a story about that, but I won't. So it wasn't. It took years, and to tell you the end of it. By the end of it, um, I had bonded with this person, and they became a part of my life, an inseparable piece of my life. And it's more than just a fleshy desire for a person. Okay, so your mother became, that integral part of my world, that inseparable piece, like an arm or a leg or a heart or a lung or an organ, an eyeball, your brain. The whole composite, your body, something that you need, you got to have, you can't function without. And when you get that with a person, that's a bond. And most people say that's love. Some folks say deep love, whatever the hell it is. All I know is it's the shit that don't go away. You have it till you die. And you probably have it beyond then. Okay. So that eventually happened. What I'm gonna tell you in this video is how that happened. That's what's important. Because this is primarily for y'all that's not married or that's looking for this. And I can tell you how it happened for me in my life. I never heard anybody explain this, but I understand how arranged marriages work and why people who say those are the best ones and they last a 10-year time and those people are most happy with each other. I understand why they say that now, because you don't get there by all of a sudden some electric feeling that's happening, and then you got to get with that person. That's fleshy. That's something happened in your body. And because your body got elated, your mind felt like, it need to tag along and you need to be with that, but you wind up suffering in the mind while your body happy in most cases. And usually what happens is that the body, by the time the body get old and wear out and no longer useful, the mind is still just as discontented. And then people go ahead and part ways. That's what and they say it's a midlife crisis, yada, 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 yada. But when you bond the way that I bonded, it don't matter. Your body could fall apart. You still got to have that person. You got to have them, because your arm fall off don't mean your other arm ain't no good. You feel me? You rock with what you got. You keep on rocking. You lose a finger, hell, I got 9 more. Shit, you keep rocking. You stay with it till you ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? You're just there. That's it. That's the best kind to ever have. That's the person that's an integral part of your life. They're a part of life. That's what Richard Nixon had with his wife. And I get what the man said when she left. A part of me, left. Most of me left, So I get that. I want you to understand how I achieved that with your mother. Now, I can't say if she achieved that with me. I don't think she did. Maybe she did. I don't know. I can't speak for that. Okay, but I can only tell you, she ain't never told me that. But I can tell you that I was able to achieve that. And I don't say this as a ploy to try to mend anything with us and whatever, because I already know the end of that story, how life works out. But I'm not worried about that. This is for y'all as children, for y'all to understand this. This is how it came about, and it came miraculously through y'all. I can tell you through each one of you how it made it. It made it happen. So it took y'all being here for one, and then you growing and developing, and then as you became who you became, and defined yourself, things things happened, and it wasn't magic. It was real. It was love. So my love went through my children. My love for my children, it's defined and validated, established, whatever. The love I have for Amanda, that's how it came, because it didn't come from Amanda to y'all. It went through y'all to her. But y'all are a part of her. See, that's the thing about this thing. Now, so let's start from the first person that started with Ronnie. It didn't really happen in the order that y'all were born in. That's amazing. But it started with Ronnie when I showed up to deliver presents for Ayana when she was pregnant with Ronnie. So I came there, and I'm telling you that this is the raw truth now. There was no part of me, and I was animate about this. I was married to the person I was married to, and I was as captivated as you could be with a person, with this person, and I was okay with that, happy with that, and I was 1,000% certain that I would never cheat on this person, and had no problem. Coming to see a man, don't care if you naked, whatever, it didn't matter, because we just didn't have that between us, okay? So I got there, and she was pregnant with Ronnie, and I was cool till I touched her. And when I touched her stomach. Now, she might have been with a whole different mindset and had a whole different program, thought maybe that program worked. That program didn't work. When I touched her, Ronnie was in there, I touched him, and it was like, bling, and I didn't see that coming. All of a sudden, the whole world stopped, and it was me, my son, and his mother. And it was like the legitimacy of that and how that happens in God's realm, okay? And I never heard nobody talk about that, describe that. I didn't have no defense for that. Didn't see that one coming. And that is how that happened. So once again, at that time, still wasn't predicated on her. It was because of the condition. So I imagine that wasn't satisfying to her, because all she'd ever experienced, and probably anyone has ever experienced, is how a person is elated with you, something you say, something you do, how you walk, how you throw it, whatever your case is. All right. But anything else is superficial, and you think that person is with you because of whatever their case is, okay? And in this case, that probably was the case. So now I was there because of the children. So still, now that happened. Now let's skip forward, because there's more to say about that, but I'm going to just skip forward to the next time that same thing happened. I'm standing there, like I said, it was Zamira when you was born. I wasn't even at the house. We then fell out, and she had me arrested, all that kind of stuff going on. And I just said, I'm done, through with that shit. And I was out with somebody else doing the whole nine. Still taking care of everything at the house, but I went there. So she called me, I think, said I'm in labor, blah, 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 blah. So, as not to be an evil person, I came. And it was really, kind of that kind of thing, how I actually wound up being there. And maybe it might have been something in her voice or whatever the case is, but it wasn't a whole lot of that because it wasn't no regard for me before. We were still fighting. The fight was still on. But I came because it just would have been wrong for me to have not been there and have been able to be there. And I had a child being born. So still based on children, right? So I get there. I do all the humanistic stuff, help where I can, filming it, doing the role, yada, yada, yada. And at the moment that Zamira actually came into this world, I saw her come into this world, and I mean, this is an exaggeration, but what blew me away was this. It went from like where is it? Let me see. Yeah, okay. Like this hole here, it went like that. And Zamira came out of there, and I was like, God damn. So I was standing there, and it was like I'm standing right here, right? I was standing right here, and then there was the baby, and the man, and there's the doctor right here, and I'm standing like right here, right? And I'm like, damn. And I couldn't say shit, right? And the doctor was like, "Where's the father?" I'm like, "I'm standing right here, right?" He's like, "Where's the father?" And all I could say to him was point and look. And the nigga said, "Nigga, cut the cord," basically, right? He said, "Yeah, cut the cord." So I was like, "Wow, did you see that?" And so it was. That's a whole. I could tell you a whole nother story about that. With that reality, okay, that happened. That didn't, bound me or nothing, but I was just amazed because I ain't never, and I wouldn't have never. It just was like, really, for real, damn. So they did the stuff with Zamira, cleaned it up and everything, and they was all like over here, and they took Zamira like over here. So Amanda, her friends, everybody over here, right? So I went over here with the baby. They had her under the lights, and I'm sitting there. And her eyes wide open, and she's just looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and she had like attention, and so it was like she was a baby, but it was like Amanda's eyes, see, like adult eyes, right? And she was looking at me, and it was like Amanda was looking at me, and so at that moment, so that same thing that happened with Ronnie, it happened again, but it happened a different way with Zamira. Now, I still haven't put all this together in my life. I'm just telling this is as like I said, over the years of me being with Amanda, this love grew, and it grew into something very huge, mature, and well beyond me, and something that I can't, I don't have any controlling levers on it. I can't turn it on, turn it off. It just is, it exists. But this is how it came into being, piece by piece by piece. Now, Ronnie, as a little kid, see, y'all might remember some of this, and I don't have any real video. I don't have no video. But as a toddler and a little kid, all the way up to 7, me and Ronnie was tight. And so there was this great enduring relationship that we had, and this bond and love that we had. What I didn't realize was how much of that was Amanda's personality and character traits without the adult spin, without attitude, it just was natural, okay? And at the time when I was with Ronnie experiencing this, I had not lived with Amanda. I was still in Virginia with my the woman I married. So I didn't have anything to compare or balance that with. Now with Zamira, I wound up having to be primary in all things with her as a baby. And And so then that same thing that happened with me and Zamira happened with me and Ronnie happened with me and Zamira. And again, now, well, this time it was things that as I saw with Zamira that I instantly recognized that Amanda does the same stuff. That's in Amanda. That's Amanda. And what it did was that I knew then, because she was an infant, I said, so Amanda can't help that. That's just naturally in her. So there was this whole laundry list of shit that I was upset with her about and discontent with about, and really was using it as grounds to like fire her and dismiss her from my heart, period. My life, just boom, I had to accept it because it was in my child, see, so. And it wasn't hard with the child. For some reason or other, with Zamira, it just was like, oh, well, it's your child. You can't put them back, you accept them. And it comes real easy. So the things that I just could not accept coming from Amanda, when they came from Zamira, it was acceptable. Then when you turn around and look back at Amanda, all of a sudden, it was acceptable with Amanda. See how that worked? And see, you couldn't see that coming, and you couldn't predict it. But all of a sudden, now those issues I once had with Amanda, I didn't have them anymore, and I didn't have them because Zamira came. You see? Now, and there are things that y'all to this day, y'all find the issues that y'all take exception with Zamira. Those they came from Amanda. That's Amanda stuff. And maybe some of it's mine, but the vast majority of it is that what I noticed the Amanda part. Of course, I probably can't notice my part, right? But I noticed the Amanda piece. Anyway, with now when Ronnie got older, right? You see how we kind of clash? That's the part, me and Amanda, we clash. Well, that's where it is. And we clashed this. Me and Ronnie clashed the same way. He's the only person that makes me as angry as Amanda. Literally as angry as Amanda or more. Okay? Probably more because he's my child. You feel me? But it's the exact same thing. Coming from Amanda. Okay? So, now, there's a part of Amanda that, that I really, I have a good time with. I enjoy, I love. You know what I mean? It's just real. I get along with her very well. We click, we vibe, we have a good time, blah, 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 blah. And I was sitting there thinking about making this video. I was thinking about it. I said, well, damn, then it just clicked just now with me. And I said, you know what? That's Ayana. That is Ayana. So the part of Amanda that I really like and really adore and really enjoy is most manifested in Ayana. Boom. The part of Amanda that bothers me and I have a hard time getting along with, Ronnie exhibits as an adult. And the part of Amanda that I adore and love, Ronnie exhibited as a baby. The part of Amanda that the world has issue with, when she say she can be nasty, I don't have to be nice, Zamira has most of that. Okay, and it's things that she can't help. I mean, it's just the way she is. It's just the way God made her. So, as I love all of y'all, and it took all of y'all to come. Now, you notice I didn't mention Zalia, because Zalia really is a lot like me. And the parts of her that's Amanda, I don't think I really know. In all honesty, I spent most of my time with Zamira, and when I look at it in retrospect, very little time with Zalia. Zalia, I don't even think I ever changed your diaper. As I think about it, I don't think I ever changed your diaper. I know you never got disciplined by me, except for when you grabbed some pens and I questioned you one time and videoed it. We spent more time together when you were like in double churches, and we talked every day after school and that kind of thing. And we rode bikes and we started doing stuff. That's when we really began to interact, because before then you was like in diapers and Ayana had you or Amanda had you. And then there was Zamira, and Zamira was so demanding, again, like Amanda, all consuming. Zamira was all consuming. So I just really there just wasn't no room. It took all of me to deal with all of Zamira. And so somebody else had to deal with you. So I missed a great deal. And there's aspects I don't know. But as I listen to you and I see who the person that you are, whether you want to believe it or not, you are most like me. You're like a female version of me. these things that people praise you about, those attributes and whatever, that's that. Now, Amanda and I also fit like hand in glove. We have mirror images of each other that where we're exactly alike. So when I say that at the same time frame, I believe at that same time, Amanda's, it has to be true for Amanda too. Those things are in there as well. So it's kind of like that's who you are, and that's kind of why you're not really listed in this evolution of things. Okay, and that's it. So there was more, the piece that everybody else has are those individual pieces, and so all that's left is the part that where she and I are alike, because there are no more differences, and those things where we're alike come together inside of Zalia. So that's why you're not mentioned. So I wanted y'all to really kind of catch that and understand that this thing, this what love is like I said, it's not this feel good thing, man. I mean, you got that, but that's really, it's lustful, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's cool, you know. It's the attraction piece, but that ain't the shit that'll carry you 50, 60 years with somebody, because your attraction is based on some the present, and life don't stay like it is. It keeps evolving and changing. It's this, that, and the other. So, like I said, understand something. When you got the kind of love that it takes to live a lifetime with a person, it don't matter what the fuck they do. Excuse my French. No matter what they do, you can't stop loving them. Don't mean you approve of what they do or you accept it or you whatever the case might be. It doesn't change the fact that you still love them immensely. And when you got that kind of love, you can forgive almost anything. It still hurts. It don't make hurt go away. But you can you can still do it. You can still damn do it. And I'm approved of a person. And you've never seen that because you've never seen that come from me to your mother. But y'all didn't know me before Ayana or Ronnie was born. You feel me? So you never saw that. You've never seen that, me be that way. You never been around me with nobody else, so you won't see me with your mother. And all you've ever seen is this open door that's just, it's always open. And that's because for as long as you've known it, I've always loved her. That's how long that's been in place. Whether I knew it or not and could tell you or could say it like I'm saying it now, that's how long it's been in place. So I just thought y'all should understand that when you see the decisions that are being made to be over here, be there, those are just people. Those are just things that people are doing. It had nothing to do with what is there. That had nothing to do with the bond. The love that's there is something that, you can't turn it off. It's like Niagara Falls, it's like the ocean. It's there. You can try to pollute it. You can try to do whatever it is, but, it's bigger than you. And that's just that. So that's the reality. All right. Now, I don't know if I got anything else to say, but that's it. I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I thought maybe y'all should understand that yeah, your dad love your mama. You always love your mama, and you need to understand why. It wasn't because of her bra size, or as a matter of fact, your mother doesn't even have the body type that I typically go for. But over the years, to show you how deep this shit is, because I really am a hips and butt kind of guy. All right, and I like curve. Your mother more pear-shaped. She heavy-chested and flat-assed. Just the inverse of what I would go for, and I would not be like, woo. Now, show you how love works. Because I'm a kisser, so big breasts get in the way because that impedes you getting close to a person. You feel me? So the smaller the chest, the closer you can get to them. You can dance with them and you can, hold them up top real easy. I have to cradle your mother. It's just odd. It's just different. All right. Now, over my lifetime, I've learned that, a big ass get funky. That's why they say your funky ass. Yeah, that's something called ass funk. There's all kind of funk. There's foot funk, feet funk, breath funk, all kind of funk. But there's something called ass funk. Yeah. And as they get older, that ass get funky. And so when you see them old ladies with them big old booty they be dragging around, it's like, oh. So when you see the folk argue, say, "What's your funky ass?" They ain't joking. they not, they not, they not, they not making this shit up. Okay, so look. So your mama don't have one, so I learned. I said, "Well, damn, I didn't see that one coming." So that's you start to appreciate that, and then there are other benefits to it too. But so you get used to that, and then and so she's heavy chested. Now I have a difficulty breathing, and before I had a breathing machine and any of that kind of thing, and she likes it cold in the room, and it's something about your body temperature, but wherever that right in her cleavage, that air is humid, it's moist, it's got water in it, and I can't tell you for how many years that I had to sleep like right in that area just to have a natural humidifier. Now go figure. Feel me? I got pulmonary issues, and I got a woman that's a natural humidifier. You feel me? So the brother always got a breathing treatment whenever he needed one. You feel me? I mean, like all night long, that kind of thing. So who would have saw that coming? Now a chick with little titties, I would have been dead. You feel me? I had to breathe like this, one nose, kind of thing, right? So, um, and what else? I mean, it's things like that when you realize that over life, you realize that in your mind when you thinking, hey, that's what I need, that's what I want, and I'm so in love with this, so in love with that, boy, I'm telling you, you gotta give things time. See, over time, I realize these things, and when you just gotta have something right now, and you just gotta feel like you gotta do something, and it's permanent. 9 times out of 10, or a lot of times, you're making a mistake, or because you're overlooking something. It might not be a total mistake, but it's something that you could do better than what you're gonna do right now at this moment. If you give yourself time, you can do it and be okay. But sometimes, if you give yourself time, you can do it better. If I had taken more time for some of the things that I've done, I could have done better, much better than I did. I don't think I did, maybe too terrible of a job, and I look at it, so you know what, I could have done better. I had the ability to do better if I had known more, but I'd had to give myself time to know more. You feel me? And that's only being fair to yourself. So that's kind of what I want you to pull from it what you can, but I need you to know the truth, and not thinking that, because your mama get mad and she starts saying stuff, but that's just how people in her neck of the woods talk. Okay, they get mad and then they say all these things and it's just off the shelf. Okay, but your mama felt that way, and then when they said I was gonna die, she wrote me this letter that went in the other direction, and she told me one time, and this is the truth, she said, I don't express things so well, but when I write them down, I can really say what's in my heart and how I truly feel. And when I read this letter, it changed my life. I mean, once again, I made a life-changing decision, and I've done that every time. When I did it with Ayana, I did it with Zamira, I did it with Ron. So Ayana's not the only person in the family that caused me to make changes. Every time each one of you came into this world is pivotal. Even with Zalia, when Zalia came, I threw my hands in the air and started clapping. I said, "You can have 10 more." And then she got her tubes tied. so anyway, but at that point, I was, in other words, what I was saying was, by the time when she got pregnant with Zalia, I was like, well, keep on, you might as well just, at this point, we could have 8 children or 10 children or 13. It doesn't matter at this point. There is no way that we're going to ever do anything else other than take care of children and raise children. Because that's all we ain't gonna be able to have no time for ourselves. We never gonna do anything individually ever again. The whole thing is gonna be, just taking care of these little chickens all day. That's until we die. So, because you won't have Planned Parenthood with me, which is what I wanted to do. It wasn't that I didn't want to have y'all. I wanted to plan it. Your mama just always was like, look, damn it, guess what? And I'm like, why has everything got to be, just like that? So those type of things. So and once something else I could have done better, which is explaining this kind of stuff and handling that thing. These are things I could have done better. So I'm doing what I can now to let you know. That's how it happened. So yeah, there is nothing. It's probably more. It's more here than you probably find in any relationship that you run across. It's just that when you see these decisions to own, buy, live, and whatever, that's people. You know what I mean? And that comes out of just people can do what they want to do. But it ain't when you start saying, well, is there love involved? Or is you got more of the things that's necessary as everything that's here. Everything that's here is what's absolutely necessary to go all the way to the grave. Bottom line. It's there. Ain't nothing missing. Nothing missing. Okay? But people have to still do the right thing and believe that that's the right thing. And that, you know, it takes growth and maturity or whatever. You have to be there. That has to be your mindset. And if they ain't your mindset, then you're gonna make decisions that go along with what your mindset is. It ain't got nothing to do with what's in your heart and what's true. So don't be thinking that, is all this other stuff. That's crazy. You need me to do something?